With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now Goff on first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Goff now looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And it'll be intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, we should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Try it. Move 15. Check. Gun. 26.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Gun.
They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 5. Let's go. 12. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Gun.
Penny will try to punch it in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
Tight. Grenade.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
12, 12. Tiger, Tiger. Value 3, value 3. Tighten up, tighten up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have a bit of nickname after.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They begin with a run by Penny, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Zebra. Stop. Zebra. 95. Watch the shift.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Going deep here for Bryant. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
Come on, let's
After
go.
the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Penny. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Check three.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Dumps it off to Gurley. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
49 the mic, 49.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
There. Cut, Mulaney.
On 1st down, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 14.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. Incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
26 Mike. 95.
Play action. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Louis.
Now gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Starting left here.
On 1st down, it's gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again is gone. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this 1st half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas.
And
got his man complete. 30, the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Martavis Bryant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Go.
On first down, gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 54 yards. Now a first down throw, gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because...
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Fourteen seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Keep working, baby. Keep working.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a give to Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Come on, let's go. 14, find it. Tight. 380.
Wilson now looking to throw on 2nd down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the Rams have got it going the other way.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Maverick. Watch the screen. Super 66.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And a catch made here by Sharon Peak. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Looking for Woods that time. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
Come on,
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Booker team. 36 power.
Here's Wilson. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escapes the sack. Now under pressure again, and down he goes again. And Ndamukong Suh. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And the Rams getting set to go now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Goff on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first and 10, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go, 12, let's go. DC. Starting left here. 5.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
76.
Second and 10, Goff again. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Give them a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. The Seahawks on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Cut, 380.
Now it's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Penny, a first down carry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
On second down, here's Penny. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5.
Good, 4 down, 4 down.
To throw is Wilson. Leaves it for Petty. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We got 4 down, 4 down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Check, check. Fresno.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Go.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
180. Value 3. Value 3. It's our time. It's our time.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Value 1. 17. 17.
Goff on 1st down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Hardball. 5. 5. Maverick.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Again, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On the toss, it's Gurley. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
11. Hey. We got 3. 12.
Now Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson going to throw. He lets it fly from Lockett, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Check 50, check 50. Start. 280.
Let's go, 14.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Let's go, 12. Let's go.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. Be ready, be ready.
The thicker the pie, thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet them a buy, now leasing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and I'm way up and made it. The mad.